Hey everybody, Russ W. Oker, Go Hills TV, powered by JBS, bringing more to the table. And it's time for a post game. It's a Hy-Vee Warrior win tonight in big fashion. 37-33 at the half. The Warriors end up with 108 points to their 57. Coach Solon joining us tonight, along with AT Manyuon. Coach, I don't know what was said in the locker room. My gut tells me it wasn't warm and fuzzy, but it got the job done, obviously. We really came out and played in that second half.
Yeah, no, definitely. AT here was a huge part in how we played in the second half. He came out on defense, on point, doing what he was supposed to do, creating turnovers, and really gave us a push on defense to get where we needed to be in the game.
And that was really the spark that once we got that going, we never looked back, but we needed somebody to do that, and that was AT Manyuon coming out of the locker room tonight. So great job, young man. AT, talk to me about the first 10 minutes or so of that second half, where it really was the AT Manyuon show.
I just think when we came out of the locker room, we all know we had to flip the switch because it was an ugly first half, and I felt like I could bring the energy to help the team, and it was gonna rub off on everybody. It's contagious. The energy's contagious, so we just needed somebody to do that.
Well, you guys, you never make excuses. Obviously, we're battling the injury bug right now. It's a long season. We had 7 guys available to use tonight. So you had guys on the floor that maybe aren't always on the floor together. Did it take a little time maybe for guys to get used to who you were out there with?
Yeah, 100%. I think it just guys needed a little bit of time to figure it out. We only had 1 point guard tonight, Trent Walters. We usually play 2 at a time. It's usually Trent out there, Trent with Quentin, Trent with Amante, and it was just Trent out there. So I think we ended up figuring it out that second half, and it showed.
Yeah, we don't see Vlad and JV on the floor a lot together. They were tonight, but yeah, it certainly seemed like everybody was much more comfortable in the second half.
Yeah, I think it just took a while for us in the first half to kind of mesh together. Like you said, that group doesn't really play together as much, and we were missing some core pieces of the team. But we practice every day together, so I think we kind of figured it out in the second half, and made the adjustments.
Well, at the end of the day, we out-rebounded them by about 30, and we knew our height should be a problem for them. Was that addressed in the locker room to take more advantage of our height and size advantage?
100%. I'm super hard on JV, if anybody knows, and I'm super proud of him today.
Well, 25 points and 23 rebounds.
Yeah.
That is a monumental night.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm by far the hardest on JV. So I'm really proud of him. I work with him every day. He's begging me to work out every single day, and the work's showing. After he got hurt, a little bit slow, but he came back, and he's been working every day to get better, and he's getting back to himself. So I'm really proud of him.
These last 4 games, he just looked like a different player.
100%.
I would not want to have to try to stop him at this point. That's a big human, and he seems to have control of his body. He's finishing. And how about this? 1 for 1 from three-point land tonight.
Yes.
When he hit that, I thought, you know what? It's his world. We're just living in it. How does that? He needs to buy a lottery ticket tonight, because that's what outstanding job by him. But Vlad Simerich had a double-double tonight as well. They stepped up for you.
100%. 100%. I got on those 2. I pulled those 2 to the side at half, and I had some choice words for them, and they really responded. So I'm really proud of both of them.
So Trenton Walters, it's his birthday today. He comes off the 27 points the other night, and some big nights for a lot of guys. But Trenton was Trenton, and he did what he did, and it seemed like he really was the glue that kept it all together throughout the night. 100%.
Yep. He's the definition of a point guard. He's, if not the best point guard in the country in my eyes, and he shows it every single night. He's Mr. Consistent. So,
talk about the play that I think, who knows, we might end up seeing on ESPN, that between the leg and then all the way. That was, as I like to say, that was some fancy basketball. So, have you seen that from him in practice? Did you see that coming, and what were you thinking when when that happened?
I didn't even get to see it in the game.
Okay.
So Dewey was a little bit in front of me, and I see the play happen, and I'm looking around. Everybody's going crazy. I'm like, what did he do? Amante looks at me. He put it through his legs. I'm like, wow. I gotta go check that one out on film. I didn't get to catch it.
Did you see it, AT?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm in the corner I know what's happening.
Well, you had some pretty powerful hay babies tonight. Talk to me about the dunks. I mean, you have no mercy on the rim. And when you had that breakaway, I actually felt sorry for the rim when you were on your way to it. Tell me what's going through your mind when you just see nothing but daylight between you and the rim.
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I got the steal wide open and know it's time to rock. So, yeah.
Time to rock. We did a lot of rocking tonight in the end, 108-57. Coach, that's a basketball team that, at the Division II level, I'm not sure I'd want to see them in the postseason. They've got some health issues too. They got some guys that weren't playing tonight, but the Flowers kid who they just got back, he's the real deal.
Yep, 100%. I mean, he had 43 points last night, and Gonzalez had, I think it was about a week ago, he had 45 points in the overtime game. So, I mean, they got guys that can play. They got guys that can score and compete with the best of them. So, as I keep saying, I'm really proud of our guys, man. Like, we really came together and won.
Well, we came off a tough game on Tuesday in Freeport, Illinois, the overtime game with Highland, who's a very good team. It can't be easy to bounce back 3 days later, on top of the fact we have a couple more guys out. Before the game, did you get a sense that this was going to be a challenge early on?
We kind of been talking about it all week. Like, it's hard trying to prepare with 7 guys. You don't want to get anybody else hurt in practice, so you're teetering that line of how hard do we go? What do we do? Do we play? Do we just go through offense? And we wanted to go a little harder because we knew what it was going to be going into this game, but we ended up figuring it out.
We figured it out.
We figured it out.
108-57, the Warriors get the win tonight. We'll be back at the Hellier Center next Wednesday against Sauk Valley. Hopefully have some guys coming back off with some ankle injuries and other things going on, but hopefully within the next few weeks we're going to see a lot of guys coming back, and I think this has a chance to be a really special basketball team, no doubt about it. We'll see everybody back here at the Hellier Center next Wednesday night. That's going to do it for us. Again, it was Coaches versus Cancer night. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody battling that. We certainly appreciate the support and your 6th man tonight. I think he made a difference in the end, too. What a great young man, and I'm sure he was there cheering you guys on all the way to the finish. So a great job there. That's going to do it for us. A Highview Warrior win here at the Hellier Center tonight, 108-57. For the entire crew, I'm Russ W. Oker saying so long, everybody.
Go Warriors!